Hey everyone, and welcome. Get ready, because today we're taking a deep dive into the world of personalized medicine.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be good.
Where healthcare meets the future, folks. We're talking treatments that are tailored just for you.
Imagine that, huh?
We're going to be exploring this amazing field using a fantastic essay called Personalized Medicine.
Written by Jörg-Owe.
Right, Jörg-Owe. He really lays out how this field is revolutionizing everything.
It's a complete game changer, moving us away from that old one-size-fits-all approach.
Yeah, no more generic stuff. But okay, before we go too far, let's get back to the basics for a sec.
Sure.
What exactly is personalized medicine? How would you define it?
Well, it's all about understanding you at a molecular level. It's like, instead of just assuming the same drug will work for everyone,
Right.
we start looking at your unique blueprint. Schnappat, he calls it a shift from the traditional model to a much more individualized approach to healthcare.
Okay, so less guesswork, more precision. I like it. But how does all this work in practice? I mean, what are the key ingredients that make this personalized approach even possible?
Schnappat highlights a few really important principles. First, it's all about being patient-centric.
Got it.
So your needs, your health history, what you want to achieve, that's all front and center. And then you've got these things called biomarkers.
Oh, yeah, biomarkers. Those are fascinating.
They're like clues scattered all throughout your body.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, measurable indicators that can help guide both diagnosis and treatment,
Like a personalized health detective.
Yeah.
Searching for those clues.
Precisely. And to decode those clues, we have some pretty incredible technologies.
Oh, I bet.
Things like genomics, proteomics, and metabolomics.
Whoa, say that 3 times fast. Genomics, proteomics.
Yeah, they're often just called omics technologies, and they give us this amazingly detailed molecular profile.
Wow.
Like a super comprehensive snapshot of your health.
So we're talking some serious high-tech stuff here. But with such powerful tools, don't we run into, some ethical concerns, with all this personal information?
You're absolutely right. And Schnappat, he actually doesn't shy away from those questions at all in his essay.
Right.
He brings up things like data privacy and, the potential for this genetic information to be misused. Those are big questions as this field keeps developing.
Definitely a lot to consider. Let's shift gears a bit, though. We've talked theory, now let's talk practice.
Okay, yeah.
Where is personalized medicine already making a difference in the real world? Give us some examples.
Oncology, the field of cancer treatment, is a perfect example.
Makes sense. Cancer is so complex.
We're seeing incredible progress with targeted therapies for cancers like leukemia and breast cancer.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like drugs like imatinib and trastuzumab are designed to target specific molecular abnormalities that are driving those cancers.
So instead of just a broad spectrum approach, we're using like a laser focused strategy to attack those cancer cells.
Exactly. And that often leads to much better outcomes and a lot fewer side effects, which is huge.
That's a huge win. So it's not just cancer though, right? I mean, personalized medicine is changing other areas too.
Oh, absolutely. Cardiovascular disease treatment is also undergoing a major transformation because of this.
Heart health getting a personalized makeover too. Tell me more.
It's pretty remarkable. Just imagine using genetic testing to identify people who might be at risk for hereditary heart conditions.
Yeah.
Early intervention could be a game changer there. And then there's pharmacogenomics, which looks at how your genes actually affect how you respond to different medications.
Wow.
That helps doctors select the right meds tailored to your genetic makeup.
That's incredible. So we could basically predict and prevent heart disease based on someone's unique genetic vulnerabilities.
It's getting us closer and closer to that.
This is amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there.
Nope.
Not even close. The way we discover and develop new drugs is also being revolutionized.
That's right.
Drug discovery. How does personalized medicine fit into that?
Well, in the past, drug development was kind of a gamble. But now, researchers can zero in on very specific molecular targets or even patient populations that are most likely to actually benefit.
I see.
It makes the whole process more efficient and way more cost-effective.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Fewer shots in the dark, more targeted breakthroughs.
Exactly.
Wow, this is really incredible. It seems like personalized medicine is touching every corner of healthcare these days.
It really does have that potential. But, like any groundbreaking field, there are always challenges and limitations to consider.
Right, of course. Nothing's perfect.
And in this case, those challenges, they're pretty significant, Yeah, we got to keep it real, right?
Okay, time for a reality check then. What are some of the biggest challenges facing this field, do you think?
Well, I'd say one of the biggest is that we need a huge tech upgrade. to really bring this vision of personalized healthcare to life. We got to harness the power of genomics, data management platforms, even artificial intelligence.
It's a lot.
It requires a serious investment in research and infrastructure. We need to build the tools before we can really unlock the potential here.
So build it and they will come. Kind of.
Yeah, something like that. And luckily, those tools are evolving super rapidly. Genomic technologies like next generation sequencing and CRISPR?
Oh, yeah, CRISPR. That's that gene editing tool, right? The one we keep hearing about in the news.
That's the one. It's kind of mind-blowing, really.
Can you explain a little more about what it does, how it works? For those of us who aren't, geneticists.
Imagine being able to target a specific sequence in your DNA, like a typo in a massive book, and just correct it.
Wow.
That's basically what CRISPR allows us to do. It has just incredible potential, especially for treating genetic diseases.
It's wild.
But we also need these really robust data management platforms. Beyond just gene editing, we need to handle the massive amounts of health information that are being generated all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Electronic health records, mobile technologies, wearable devices. It's like this data explosion.
It feels like we're just drowning in data these days. How do we even make sense of it all? It's a bit overwhelming.
That's where this whole emerging digital infrastructure comes in. We need these sophisticated systems to store all this data, analyze it, share it.
Yeah.
And we have to do it all securely, right? Protecting patient privacy is paramount.
Absolutely. People need to feel safe.
This whole digital transformation of healthcare, it's super critical for personalized medicine to reach its full potential. Schneppat actually talks about this in his essay.
Does he?
Yeah, he stresses how important it is to manage this data responsibly and securely. It's not just about the science and the technology, it's about building the right infrastructure to manage and protect this information.
So there's a whole ecosystem that needs to be built.
Exactly. And of course, the ethical considerations are huge too.
Right.
As we go deeper into this field, we bump into these really complex questions about data privacy, informed consent, and the potential for genetic discrimination.
Yeah, those are big ones.
Schneppat actually spends a lot of time in his essay discussing these very challenges. It's a good reminder that even groundbreaking advancements come with a responsibility to use them ethically,
It's not just about the can we, but the should we, right?
Exactly. And there are also, practical challenges beyond the ethical ones. Schneppat points that out too.
Like what?
Well, like reimbursement policies. They need to catch up with all these rapid advances in personalized medicine. How do we make sure insurance companies actually cover these new technologies and treatments?
Yeah, the financial side of things is always a big hurdle in healthcare.
It always is. And then there are data security concerns too, of course. With all this sensitive information being collected and analyzed, we have to make absolutely sure it's protected from breaches and misuse. It's like building a fortress around all this data.
With all these complexities. Is personalized medicine even really achievable, you think?
Schneppat seems to think so, yeah. In his essay, he lays out 5 key perspectives that he sees as crucial for really integrating personalized medicine into healthcare successfully.
What are those?
Well, he talks about individual and public engagement, the involvement of health professionals, making sure we have seamless implementation across the healthcare system, robust data management, and sustainable economic models.
Okay, so it's not just about the science. It's about the people, the systems, and the financial structures that all have to be in place.
You got it. It needs a multifaceted approach, and Schneppat argues that getting all these pieces in place is really critical for personalized medicine to actually thrive.
It's a big undertaking, that's for sure. But it's clear that personalized medicine has the potential to totally revolutionize healthcare, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you see on the horizon? What specific advancements do you think are coming that might really change how we think about health and treatment?
Well, one area that has a ton of promise is artificial intelligence.
AI, huh? That's everywhere these days.
It's poised to be the driving force behind a lot of the analysis and insights within personalized medicine. Think of it like the brain power behind this whole data-driven revolution.
So we've got all this genetic data, lifestyle information, environmental factors, and AI can actually make sense of it all.
Exactly. Machine learning algorithms, they can sift through all that data, find patterns, make predictions.
Wow.
Things that humans just couldn't do on their own. This has huge implications for diagnosing diseases, predicting treatment outcomes, even developing brand new therapies. It could act like this personalized health predictor, helping us understand our own individual risks and tailor treatments accordingly.
So it's like AI could tell me I'm at higher risk for heart disease because of my genes, and then help me figure out how to prevent that.
That's the idea. Schneppot actually highlights some pretty cool examples of how AI is already being used.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talks about how it's being used in precision cardiovascular medicine to better understand the link between genotypes, your unique genetic makeup, and phenotypes, like your observable characteristics. It's fascinating stuff.
So AI could look at my genes and then help predict what health issues I might face down the road.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just prediction, too. Schnepphat also mentions a study where machine learning was able to predict the outcomes of phase 3 clinical trials for prostate cancer with crazy accuracy.
Hey, hold on. So AI could actually tell us which treatments are going to be successful before they're even widely available.
That's the potential, yeah.
That's insane. That could revolutionize drug development.
It really could. It could make the process faster, cheaper, and more effective. But, as with any powerful tool, we have to proceed carefully and address the ethical concerns. Always.
Right, of course. It's a lot of power. So what are some of those ethical challenges as AI becomes more integrated into this field?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is, how do we make sure this technology is used responsibly? How do we prevent bias from creeping into these algorithms?
Oh, right, yeah. AI bias is a huge topic these days.
Yeah.
And it could have real consequences in healthcare, right?
Absolutely. If the data that's used to train these algorithms is biased, then the AI's recommendations could be biased too. And that could lead to certain groups of people not receiving the best possible care.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to create a system where some people benefit from personalized medicine while others are left behind.
Exactly. And then there's the whole issue of privacy, of course. How do we ensure that all this sensitive genetic information is kept safe and secure?
That's a big one. People need to trust that their data is being protected.
And that's something Schnepphat emphasizes, too, in his essay. He talks about the need for robust data governance frameworks and strict regulations to protect patient privacy.
It seems like there's a lot of work to be done on the ethics front, alongside all these exciting scientific advancements.
There definitely is. But, I think it's important to remember that ethical considerations are always evolving. As technology changes, we need to constantly reassess our ethical frameworks and make sure they're keeping pace. It's an ongoing conversation.
I like that, an ongoing conversation. So with all these challenges and complexities, do you think personalized medicine is really achievable? Is this something we'll actually see in our lifetime?
Oh, I definitely think so. Schnepphat seems pretty optimistic about it, too, in his essay. He points out that we're already seeing personalized medicine being implemented in certain areas of healthcare, like oncology and cardiology.
Right.
And as technology keeps advancing, it's only going to become more widespread and accessible. I think it's just a matter of time before personalized medicine becomes the standard of care.
That's really encouraging to hear. It feels like we're on the cusp of a massive shift in how we think about health and treatment.
We really are. And I think it's going to be incredibly exciting to see how this field unfolds in the coming years. When I think about the future of personalized medicine, one thing that really strikes me is the potential for prevention. Right now, we tend to focus on treating diseases after they've developed. But what if we could use personalized medicine to prevent those diseases from happening in the first place?
That would be a game changer.
It would be. Imagine being able to identify your individual risk factors for certain diseases based on your genes and your lifestyle, and then using that information to make proactive changes to your diet, your exercise routine, your environment.
Yeah, it would be like taking control of your health destiny.
Exactly. And I think that's the ultimate goal of personalized medicine, to empower individuals to take charge of their own well-being and live healthier, longer lives. And Schnepphat touches on this too in his essay. He talks about how personalized medicine can really shift the focus from reactive care to proactive health management.
That's a powerful idea. So it's not just about treating diseases, it's about preventing them, living healthier lives, and maybe even rewriting our genetic destinies in a way.
That's like something out of a sci-fi novel.
I know, right? But it's becoming more and more real every day. This has been such an eye-opening conversation. I've learned so much about personalized medicine, and I'm definitely feeling optimistic about the future of healthcare.
Me too. It's been a pleasure discussing this with you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of personalized medicine. We hope you've learned something new and are as excited as we are about the possibilities. Until next time, stay curious and stay healthy.